I've always hated the wind. A tropical breeze I can handle, but not this. A cold, hard wind. And here the wind is blowing. It's always blowing. I'm walking around my small town, conducting a walking supervision with one of my nurse home visitors I supervise. I've left my suddenly full home. My children, the spouse, the emotional support cat who returned with a child, the never-ending video conferences during pandemic virtual life. I'm trying to stay engaged in what the nurse is telling me. It's a bit of a tick-off sheet of how her clients are coping with social distancing and telehealth, and I find my mind wandering. I'm kvetching to myself about this never-ending cold wind, but also enjoying the recent blossoms I see. Dads are teaching their small children how to ride bikes. It seems odd to me. It's the middle of the day on a work day, and I'm neither accustomed to seeing dads out with their kids during the workday, nor am I used to seeing so many kids outside. I force my mind back to this supervision as the nurse starts telling me about a very recently delivered mom who developed postpartum preeclampsia and was discharged with what sounds to me like incomplete instructions around her new antihypertensive medication. I begin asking questions rapidly. This supervision is no longer remotely reflective. I switch into a directive nurse on the floor mode, and it's a real struggle to pull back and let the nurse tell me more about the client, what happened, and how it made the nurse feel. The moment is dangerously close to being more about myself, making sure the client and baby are safe. Have all the I's been dotted, the T's crossed? How can we get control? And how can we be there for the client's safety during virtual visiting? Was I even listening to the nurse anymore? I'm not just a registered nurse or a nurse supervisor. I'm a mom who has been in a mobile intensive care unit ambulance with each of my 3 children for different reasons, including a fall resulting in a pneumothorax, an anaphylactic episode, an antidote adverse reaction, and a seizure. Moments where quickly assessing a situation, trying to take control, and keeping someone safe were exactly what was needed, not times where reflection is the priority. But it is a priority here in this supervision. I take a deep, measured breath, something I learned to do to cope with situations where I cannot be in control. I do my best to really be with this nurse. How did she feel to not be able to be physically present with the client to conduct a proper assessment? What did all of this mean for the nurse to not deliver NFP in its best physical, real, face-to-face manner in the midst of a possible health emergency during a pandemic? Was I supporting the nurse so she could process this situation and improve her nursing telehealth practice during a time when hospital stays are so hurried? Why did I feel panicked when this episode had already happened a couple days ago? Is this wind ever going to stop blowing?